go back to the phones. I almost forgot. We got the Felger and Mazz big board. We got to shoot for some cornerbacks, Mazz. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is this position, by the way, real problem for Bill Belichick. Is it any coincidence, Mazz, that you think he has had problems at receiver and corner? Is that a coincidence?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence at all, because I think that there's that old adage that, the farther you get away from the ball, the more it is about athleticism. And I say old adage, that when you get out there, those positions become just about, pure athletic ability and less about coaching. And I think that's an issue for him.
I mean, my God, he did draft Asante Samuel, which was a nice pick. I think he was, just want to get you his exact draft position. He was a fourth-round pick in 2003. That might be his best one. I mean,
that's a hell of a pick.
That might be his best cornerback pick. Now, Malcolm Butler was an undrafted free agent. But, I mean, just going backwards, like Jawan Williams, Ken Webster, seventh-round pick last year. I know you haven't heard of him, but I'm just going to give you all of them. Duke Dawson.
Sucked.
Garbage. Cyrus Jones.
Disaster.
Garbage. Again, just going back, Darrell Roberts in the seventh round in 2015. Jamia Thomas in the sixth round in 2014. Guys, I mean, you never even heard of. Logan Ryan, third round pick in 2013. Good pick.
Good one.
Yeah.
Okay, Logan Ryan was good. I'll give him that for sure. Tavon Wilson, who was a safety, second round, wretched pick. Razai Dowling, first pick of the second round in 2011, disaster, wretched pick. Devin McCourty turned into a good safety, but he was drafted as a corner. So, I don't really give him that draft. I don't really give him Devin McCourty. They drafted him as a corner, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So he's not a safety. They turned him into a safety, and they got away with it, just like they did with Eugene Wilson, who was drafted as a corner. They had to move to safety because he sucked as a corner. And just on and on. He's had so much.
Darius Butler.
Darius Butler, good one, Murray. I was just going to say, I had second round pick in 2009, Darius Butler, who was a corner. Garbage pick. Remember Terrence Wheatley, second round pick in 2008?
Yep.
Trash. Jonathan Wilhite, same year, fourth round, cornerback. Trash. It might be his worst position, really. I think the cornerback is worse than the receiver with Bill Belichick.
I was just about to say, who's the best receiver he's taken? That wasn't a flyer like Edelman.
Deion Branch.
Branch, right. Good one.
Could you maybe make a case for Ellis Hobbs?
So I was just going to get there. 2005, Ellis Hobbs, third round pick. Ellis the rim man. I don't know. I thought he kind of blew.
Me too.
He was okay.
I mean, he was like serviceable for like 5 minutes. I don't know. I was never a fan.
He was on Boris on that game-winning touchdown, right?
Yes, he was.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes, he was. So anyway, let's pick some more crap for Belichick. We have the best athlete on the show, Billy Lanny, our director of communications. He's going to shoot. So, Billy, you can assume the position, if you will. I'm holding up my Lindy Sports magazine. I'm going to open up pages 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're not going to throw for page 1 corners because I don't think it's a position of need. Again, Billy is the best athlete on the show, so these should hit on something. I'm holding up the draft magazine. Billy, go ahead, do your thing. Hold on, wait a second. Go ahead. All right. Okay. Top right by my index finger. Okay, that's going to
definitely.
So A.J. Terrell for Clemson, okay, is going to be where that was. That's going to be the first one. Second one, I'm going to turn the page. Billy, go ahead. Fire it. Don't be afraid. Rip it. Oh, God, I pumped you up and you missed. Okay, there you go. That's a much more solid shot. Where did that hit? I didn't see it make a mark.
I think it hit the picture.
Billy, another one of these athletes that has to have fans.
Okay, so, did it hit the pitcher? The pitcher is, and so I always defer, if it did hit the pitcher. I can see the indent. Amik Robertson from Louisiana Tech will be the next one on the board. And final page, stand by. Hold on. Go ahead, William, let her rip. Oh, you bastard. Missed, totally. Go ahead.
Seriously, Billy, what the hell is wrong with you?
Where'd that hit? Okay, Lavert Hill of Michigan. Okay,
Hello, Lavert.
I'll give you the write-ups here real quick. A.J. Terrell from Clemson is a pretty good prospect. They project here in first or second round. Strengths, built and moves like a point guard.
Better than being a cat when pest control shows up.
Wild rabid cat. I don't know. I think I'd rather have a wild rabid cat than a point guard. What do I need a point guard at corner for? He's built and moves like a point guard, long, gangly frame with eye-popping natural athleticism. At his best, faced up in press man coverage, but isn't reliant upon jamming receivers at the line of scrimmage, smoothly turning and exploding out of his stance to run hip-to-hip with them. Okay? Weaknesses. Like most long-legged corners, Terrell can be a bit sticky coming out of his breaks, allowing slivers of room for accurate quarterbacks to target. He's a bit robotic Murray in zone coverage and isn't as quick to close downhill on underneath routes as he is when he is locked into one receiver. Okay?
He's projected in the first 2 rounds, you said, right?
According to this magazine, yeah.
Okay, if they take a corner, I'm going to be pissed.
Right, I don't feel like that's a need. I don't feel
especially one that's sticky and robotic.
Yeah, I don't need a sticky robotic point guard at corner. He moves like a point guard. Who gives a rat's ass? Amik Robertson, Louisiana Tech. He is 5'8", 190, 5'8".
Oh, great. Is he going to do cover Sosi?
I was going to say, Sosi lining up the corner for the Patriots next year. 5'8".
That ought to be good.
His strengths, compact, I'll say. Compact, power-packed frame, more in line with playing running back than corner. Great. Another guy that, despite his build, Robertson shows terrific initial quickness, agility, and fluid acceleration to handle coverage duties, demonstrating above-average overall athleticism for the position. Most exciting is that Robertson is a better football player than athlete, showing terrific instincts and a knack for creating big plays. That sort of does profile them.
Oh, totally, especially if they can get him in a later round.
Okay, so weakness, if you were to guess what his first weakness is, guess what it is?
Height.
First line, sawed-off frame that could take him off the board for some teams. He's a sawed in half. The little fella.
Seriously, the guy's like part of a magician's act.
Yeah,
He
part of
cut
the
him right in half.
Magic trick gone wrong.
Exactly. Sawed-off frame that could take him off the board for some teams that prioritize height and length. While a physical and accurate hitter, Robertson's lack of length does show up with his tackle radius. He only tackles someone who's right in front of him because he can't reach out for anybody. He can be physically overmatched by some of the NFL's behemoth receivers. He played mostly outside at Louisiana Tech, but size and scrappy style project best inside to nickel, I would say.
Oh, you love those scrappy guys who suck. The Patriots have a lot of them.
Third one, Lavert Hill. He's 5'10", 185, little bigger, but not much.
5'10"?
5'10".
So what is it now between these two guys, the linebackers we took, who again, look like a basketball team for crying out loud because they're all rails. Like we're drafting like the smallest, suckiest football team ever this year.
Well, and you go back to letting my daughter shoot at me or something because we're in a cold streak. But you watch, the Pats will take these little stiffs, these little Lilliputians. This guy's 5'10". His athleticism is sufficient for an NFL cornerback. Oh, that's great. If that's your strength, he's
Not
sufficient.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do.
Athleticism is sufficient for an NFL cornerback. Long speed has its moments, and he has shown an ability to get going up the field against vertical routes. He's tough and unafraid to match up against bigger guys. Okay, those are his strengths. His weaknesses. Oh, this is unfortunate. Little. He's an uncomfortable mover.
That's all right. He can just hire DK movers.
Dean Van Lines, thank you.
Dean Van Lines, sorry.
He's an uncomfortable mover who can't flip his hips very easily. That sounds like a horrible trait for a corner. He's a bad mover, uncomfortable mover who can't flip his hips very easily.
Just sounds like someone that doesn't want to get out of bed.
His back pedal is a work in progress. Well, this is like, those are the first two things. He has also serious size concerns that could limit him to opening only against slot receivers. He lacks the strength or positioning to shut off releases at the line.
This guy blows.
Good God, and he needs help to take down runners once he switches into tackling efforts. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. He sucks at tackling. He lacks strength. He's small at only 5'10". He's uncomfortable moving and can't flip his hips.
Don't forget he can't backpedal.
And his back pedal is a work in progress. How's this guy going to get drafted?
He is, and he blows.
This guy sucks. Lavert Hill, Michigan. Put him on the board nonetheless. Okay, there's your Felger and Mazz big board, I promise, to your call.
Just quickly, if the Patriots draft the guys on this year's big board, they're going to suck.
We continue with your thoughts right after this.
It's Felger and Mazz on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Follow these guys on Twitter @Felger and Mazz.
Hey.